Today we will be going over the various gangs across LA that has inspired the gangs that we know today. We have covered the African American sets within Los Santos, but we haven't touched on the Vagos, Aztecas, or the Marabunta Grande. Out of the three, we will be talking about the Vagos of Gran Torado San Andreas, as well as Gran Torado 5. Started with Gran Torado San Andreas. As you know, the Vagos are the largest Mexican gang within Los Santos, and really just one of the biggest gangs in the game itself, sporting the color yellow. Many kids across the community will believe that the Vagos are based on the Latin Kings, due to the yellow bandana worn by the Vagos gang members. But the issue with this is that the Latin Kings are a Chicago-based gang, formed in the 1940s, but they never really made their mark in Cali. And yes, I know it's a video going around of the Latin Kings in Cali, but that set of the Latin Kings are flying blue bandanas and are under the 13, way different than the Chicago Latin Kings. However, they could have gotten the color from them, but I doubt that they are based off the Latin Kings, even if they took that little detail. But before I would do deep research, I believe that the Vagos would be inspired by the Norteños and Sureños. And if you don't know who the Norteños and Sureños are, I got you. Similar to the Bloods and Crips, the two gangs are an alliance formed between two groups. The Norteños are an alliance formed under the 14, made up of North Cali. Swamp stories would state that anything above Bakersfield would be considered Northerners' turf, and anything below would belong to the Sureños, an alliance formed by the Southsiders falling under the 13. Before I knew about all the various sets that would fall under the Sureños, I thought that Rockstar would mix them up, similar to how they did with the Bloods and Crips for the families in the Ballas. Despite the location, if you want me to go over who are based on the Norteños, comment below. The Sureños will have many sets under them, like Tunerville Rifas, Frogtown Rifas, Venice 13, Westside Locos 13, Brown Pride Locos 13, and many more. But little did I know, the Sureños will have many gangs under them, with Northside in their name. I thought due to the conflict between Southside versus Northside, there wouldn't be no gangs under the Sureños sporting the Northside name. It's a simple mistake, but here's a list of all the gangs sporting Northside. So the Vagos being affiliated with the Northside does not come from the Norteños. It comes simply from their turf. A lot of people tried telling me that before, but I didn't buy it. So I just want to apologize for that. When it comes to the name, many kids across the platform will jump to the Vagos MC. When it comes to the real life counterpart, or the Vagos. But when I made my video, Who Are the Vagos?, I had a member of the actual Sureño hood telling me the background and connections they had to the Gran Torado game. He started off by telling me the neighborhood he would belong to would be turf of the Los Vagos, a gang that falls under the 13 in Salinas, California, which is technically Northern California. President Bill Clinton will give the gang mainstream press due to the noise they were making. He will come personally to Salinas, California to address the issue with the Vagos head on. As the gang's attention grew, the Rockstar Company would release Gran Torado in 1997, displaying a map showing a pinpoint being on Salinas, California. He will go on to tell me that even the turf would be based on the Vagos 13 gang. East Beach, the headquarters of the Vagos in Gran Torado San Andreas, would be based on East Salinas due to the location of the beach. Los Colinas being Los Salinas, and Los Flores paying tribute to the real life set under the Los Vagos 13 gang. Los Vagos 13 will be involved in trafficking, moving weight across Cali, similar to the Vagos in the video game. Even the Vagos gang sign will look like the Sureños hand sign. As you know, the Sureños will throw up an S, while the Vagos are throwing up a V and an N. All this happening from 1965 till the release date of Gran Torado San Andreas in 2004. After all the conflict with the Vagos gang, switching the gang's color to yellow as a spin, profiting around $600 million off the story of the Sureños gang. He will go on to say that Rockstar owes the gang money due to them using their backstory and name. I mean, it could be possible, they are a Sureño gang in the Northern Cali, so maybe that's where the Northside name came from. Comment below and let me know what you think. Now, Gran Torado 5. The Vagos will have three main locations that for Los Santos will go through many gang takedowns and gentrification. Vespucci Beach, Rancho, and Central Cypress Flats. The Vagos of GTA 5 will have many people believing that they are inspired off the 18th Street Gang, a gang that will fall under the Sureños alliance. It will be made up of men from Mexican and Guatemalan descent. At least that's what y'all told me. And y'all would also back this up by telling me that members of the Vagos gang would say stuff like this: "You don't mess with a Chapin." Y'all told me that these words would mean something behind Guatemalan culture. So they could have been inspired off the 18th Street Gang. Comment below and let me know what you think. The turf of the Vagos would be inspired mostly off Nickerson Gardens, Venice Beach, and Cypress Flats being based off Vernon, California. People will also tell me that they share similarities to the Florence 13 gang, like their beef with the Crips who inspired the Family's gang. And Florence 13 wouldn't be far from Watts, and maybe even having turf in Watts, but I'm not really sure on that. Comment below and let me know. I want to give a shout out to the Vago who gave me the information about the Vagos gang, as well as my Discord member for letting me know some sets under the Sureños that claim Northside. If you enjoyed the video, comment below and let me know, as well as hitting that like button and hitting the sub button. I really want to thank you guys for helping me grow so fast, and I just want to say I'm going to keep it pushing, so don't worry about me going inactive. And before you come for me, bro, I don't speak Spanish, like, come on now. And don't say, "Oh, you're too white." Like, bro, one, white people made Spanish, and number two, miss me with that before I get my boy Freddy to sneak up in your room and take your manhood. This is your boy, LS Central. Check in, out.